Hmm. Hi again. My name is Om Vashisht, and today is day 33 of me learning and building agents with the help of agents. Wow, this is awesome. And today I have not come up with the agenda of the session. The title of the video is Where We Are. This year I started with a goal. Then I had a plan and some thoughts. Then I wasn't able to run on that plan because it depended it on some metrics that I could not control. The XYZ. To be very specific, I actually went to the engineering college in my town to find some students to train and to actually then retake sec- my Salesforce Agentforce specialist exam. Retake means I have done it once. Then, when there was no response from the engineering college students and the leadership, I wasn't really sure where I'm going, but I kept studying a bit, continuing, and I was kind of re-architecting my plan. I built a custom GPT. Its name was Consistency $1 Million Consistency Partner. I fed all my last 3 to 4 years of life chapters in that custom GPT, and it's public. And I programmed it to keep me on track, help me do the weekly check in, and see if I am able to move on my required plan, which is to help my clients generate $1 million. But that GPT felt incomplete in a way that I wasn't able to save any information with the help of that custom GPT. Okay. In the meantime, I'll copy this link to this place and submit. It's a challenge on Pi Foundation website. It's an interesting challenge that I opted for. So the challenge was to live broadcast, live learning every day. It's a personal challenge. We participants could choose our own challenges, and this is one I chose for myself. Okay, so January month went into struggling to find the direction. February, I think I don't even remember now, but I have the documentation of most of the days I went through, and that's the part of me that's now that I'm trying to empower, expose, and showcase like a superpower. Okay, and how? Uh, because skills is a thing that it doesn't. It's like a thing that we or yeah we humans will have to keep doing for very long time. So there's no point in feeling about enough about learning. It's like it's always going to be a learning mode. There will be tools and AI, the so-called AI, artificial intelligence. Of course, most of the humanity is not ready, including me. It's 11:35 in the night, 17th of April, Friday. Okay. So I started building my uh, evolution, started tracking my evolution. Okay. So quarterly goals. I picked up a goal and I had a plan, like goal to attempt this certification. I'm not ready. And I'm not ready also in a way that uh, I keep digressing from my goals. That's the weakness. So that's the vulnerable part of me that's coming out. That's the face of me that says, "Come on, I digressed, but I learned, and I'm used that all to something." So, um, February month, I tried to divide it into weeks, and I was like, let me see that evolution. Okay, so I wrote down what did I do. Hmm? Wow, in the first week of February, I'm just noting down the outcome, right? I started with the goal of the week. That's how it all started. And I was like, yeah, let's look at the goal of the week and look at the outcome. And this is where I'm like trying to prove that I know how to iterate, work towards a goal. I may fail goal. Come on, it's a research project with a lot of hypothesis and evolution of iterations and collaborations in the and how we think, how we work. And I am carefully publishing, putting myself out in a way that, yeah, this is how I think. Does that sound useful to you? Let's chat. Huh? Okay. So, weekly programs evolved into daily goals. Deploy a reliable agent with a clearly understood architecture, right? So, this was the last week of February. Then, when I published my agent, in a way, I created a database, uh, and now I'm filtering, changing filters to change the content. In the beginning of the, about March 15th, that was the time when I had started live broadcasting. Not really live broadcasting, but I decided in a way that I will work on it daily now very carefully. So I was like, oh, come on, it has been enough. I need to document my everyday journey, right? So about March 15, it started. Today I'm on day 33. Yesterday, so this is the careful iteration of my templates. And in first 15 days, I was also distracted by OpenClaw. I have not tried it yet. And there's a deeper sense of carefully saying no to the things that don't really add much value, but I understand, you know, empowering myself with the superpowers of artificial intelligence, like, how do I orchestrate the agents to do the things that I wish to, should would be an interesting thing to do, right? So like not just interesting, I would say it would be a very useful thing. Okay, so I'm going to keep the session short. This was day 32, and today is day 33. And this is the template that I ended up with, like on day 31. Then I stopped iterating on my template. Okay. um, and why? So working on template felt like, dude, I'm just iterating on a template, but what am I learning? What am I doing? What am I doing more? And why am I not like automating all this thing? Initially I started also creating meeting notes and creating a to-do list with the help of Notion AI. I paid for it for a month. Then I'm in a mode that it requires a lot of manual effort. So my checklist is like so long. I like, oh my god, I need to automate all of this. Okay, so today is the day I'm um, looking forward to, like, thinking out loud. to choose to do it more agentic way, right? And how? Uh, I don't have the access to cloud code, or I would say cloud co-work yet. I've not tried that, and this is the part of artificial intelligence. I think maybe that I should pick up. Like it gives me a huge FOMO. Why not, dude? Okay, so I'm not transcribing my meetings with the Notion AI anymore, and it's like a part of me that is thinking inside. It's also a moment that I don't have enough context. I have not prepared enough context for artificial intelligence to think with me like a thinking partner. No, I don't even know what to ask for, or if that's the state I'm in, right? I should be looking for some clarity from somewhere, right? At least some thought to start with. So today is the day I'm expanding onto. I don't even know. It's like when I joined the session today, I planned to get into actually buying the cloud subscription for the month and think with that. And I'm still thinking. This is another learning element that caught my eye a few days ago, and the tab is still open on my desktop. Agentic work unit, converting raw intelligence into real work. Can you do that? Can you handle a lot of chaos? Can you, and like, what would be the agentic unit in that case? I don't even know. So let's try to ask Gemini for the summary. Give me a summary. Okay. And from inference to the work, leading by example, go deeper. Okay, that's all. That's a short article there. I thought it would have been longer. Oh my god. The article introduces the agentic work unit, a new metric for Salesforce designed from Salesforce, designed to measure the tangible outcome of AI agents rather than just their chatter. How do we measure the chatter, right? So core concept is represents one discrete task completed by AI agent, while traditional AI success is measured in tokens. Success is measured in tokens. Really, traditional AI success is measured in tokens. I think it's the transaction, but it's not the success metric, right? Processing a specific prompt. That's one task. That could be one of the tasks. Completing a reasoning chain, invoking a tool, the most critical metric. But it's like confusing because I may not agree with that definition of the unit of the work. Because invoking a tool would require other 100 tasks as well, maybe, right? And don't tell me about the reasoning chain. It may go so deeper into the same thing that humanity would take long time to understand. Okay, so now it says inference to work ratio. Salesforce highlights that the relationship between tokens and AMU is elastic. The goal is high inference to work ratio. Token lean tasks, token heavy tasks. Oh, cost efficiency. Simple deterministic action like calling an API or triggering a flow. That's a deterministic. Token heavy, complex problem solving or autonomous reasoning that requires more input tokens but delivers high value output. Do I understand this all? It says cost efficiency since token output tokens can be up by 10x more expensive than input tokens. I'm not able to understand this yet. Real world momentum, internal impact. Salesforce support agents now handle 96% of the cases autonomously, saving about 50,000 hours of sales teams. This is what happens when you do things at scale. You have one minute element of improvement, you do it at scale. It's like now it gets you an impression that you are not just an impression, but calculated outcome that you save so much, and it also makes sense at scale. Yes, I've not seen worked on like things in Agentforce at least at scale. That is where I'm going. So this article says there are units of oh no agentic work. So this video is like today's video is like almost not for anyone. I'm just doing it for myself. It's like I want to see where I'm going now. Um, what I'm kind of into is my anchors are strong. My goal is strong. That's one part of it. This is my custom GPT and my yesterday session's script, which I generated with the help of this custom GPT. Now, maybe I will ask some questions with my consistency partner. Let's ask. Let me think out loud. Like, let me showcase how I think, right? I mean, this is about week 17 of the year, uh, and I am now iterating every day. Recently, I started anchoring my goals towards the. Uh, I started anchoring my daily goals towards the long-term goal. I want to strategize this more in a way that I see more meaningful outcome, right? So my previous sessions have been like I was not ready with the content or pitch. Uh, my agent force agents are dumb. I know the areas of improvement, but also, so I have started publishing that live building challenge with me, where I'm inviting folks like anyone in the Agent Force ecosystem to build with me on live broadcast for a few days, uh, or maybe one time. It could be something, but I'm challenging people to build with me. So I'm expanding my area of horizon where I'm horizon of impact, right? What I'm seeing is that there's no point in playing catch up with the industry. It's evolving faster than I can imagine. There are things that are coming up in the ecosystem that every day is like, oh my god, there's so much to learn. um, but I know how to have a conversation, how to build systems, how to iterate, how to debug, right? And to some extent, I understand how to write code, right? So, to be very specific, I know how to ask the right questions. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I will be wrong for some long time, but I can persist, right? So, y- putting it all together, today I'm in a mode to um write the edition number. 13 of my Open Source Humans, the monthly newsletter. Okay, it's not edition 13, it's edition 12. And now, here I wish to um, summarize my execution, second inning execution, and invite people to join me live. And I have prepared a checklist um, with the help of Notion AI, but sounds incomplete. So let us think out loud about this thing. This has to be a personal thought out publication. I'm submitting my checklist and ask me questions, state your assumptions. Let's proceed. I put up this task in my to-do list few days ago that I must publish the newsletter by 19th of April. Now I'm proceeding to think about it. I understand. Oh wait, week of the year. Which week of the year it is? 16. It's almost 17. So um, this is the thing that I think like gives me more leverage, which reminds me about my um, poem, poem, poem that I wrote few days ago on the topic. Um, it's from from prophecy, from content to patterns, from patterns to possibilities to prophecy. That's my poem, and it's like a self um empowering prophecy that I'm telling myself that, dude, there is only a bit you can do, but that bit can do everything. It's not an excuse for not generating revenue. I'm failing. I see the patterns. Uh, I'm not, but there's no ego. I fail, I fail, I fail, I fail, I fail. I'm ready to fail. Like, yeah, dude. What else is there to be done? Okay, so this is me. This poem came out of me. Disclaimer that I did not really use artificial intelligence to write this poem. This image was generated with the AI. Excuse me. So this image I designed with a theme of Matrix, the movie, and where I see through what I want to, or what I think there is a hand of God or the oracle, right? But invisibly, like not really being there. but being there. If leverage comes from content and content gives you authority, if imagination defines your perspectives and perfect perspectives define your limits, if opinions, process, and methods are all that matter, and opinions form actions, outcome, and build up confidence. All you need to do is continue writing your story in public because writing is thinking and creating patterns, and thinking helps you observe patterns. Then the useless patterns would automatically start to break. Leverage would compound because when you care about the details and you expose the opinions and you're ready to be wrong and you shoot for the stars, you start writing poems, you begin doing your best, you push past your limits, you end up making magic. Systems would get iterated and automated. The funnel would finally start to yield value. Optimizations would come from discipline and Socratic questioning. Documented execution would become the feedback loops. All this put into an AI enabled system, you'll have a receipt for the magic. Because to succeed in anything well, attention like deep tunnel vision and a damn iterative process is all you need. As Arthur C. Clarke second law appears in his essay, Hazard of Prophecy, the failure of imagination. If we fail at our imaginations, we failed. Boy, we failed hard. So that's the only way of discovering the limits of the possible is discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible because the journey has to last and something if something sounds difficult, please ask the right questions. Design your dreams carefully and nothing else matters. This is a poem I wrote about in the 6th month of 2025. Wow. I have to just copy that. This was necessary to be read again. So let's see what ChatGPT says. Good. This is the most important moment in your system now. You're transitioning from learning, exploring, building to creating a repeatable revenue generating loop. I don't really know if I'm there yet, but it says so. Your current checklist is operationally solid but strategically incomplete. Sharp problem anchor, a clear transformation, a reason for someone to care now. That, of course, makes sense. I know I've been inviting people in this funnel since some time and they have not been here. So I have committed to interview 100 people from the Salesforce ecosystem, and this is where it all you know puts me in a state of authority, a state of a persistent builder who's like, yeah, dude, there's no other way, just build, right? So I'm in a mode to build, I'm in a mode to build live, and I'm in a mode to talk to people, give them some opportunity, or create a collaborative opportunity where we build together with each other, right? Uh, my notion, my machine is like limiting my efforts. Often, it like keeps on loading. So this is like I'll tell you what is open source humans. It's a newsletter on LinkedIn, an interview series on YouTube, a thesis in the making. We humans are the bottleneck. We need to automate our souls. We need to codify our skills so that we can minimize the mental effort to save us from mundane things. So this theory, although is being already applied by everyone in the industry, like skills are there in the MD files, right? So we have already done most of what this open source humans this theory says, but it's deeper than, or maybe it's not yet well understood. I'm kind of putting it out in a way that, dude, the basic fabric of the humanity is changing, right? We now still need to empower the beginners in the or laggards from anywhere in the universe that they don't even understand technology, and it's our responsibility, boy. It's like part of us. It's part of me. Now, it says right now it reads like join me, let's build together. That's what it says. I know. But your ICP thinks, why should I spend 15 minutes with you for 7 days, dude? And that's the answer I don't know answer to. The question I don't know answer to, and I need. That's why I'm using AI as a thinking partner. So it says calling them out, and I'm very specific about my assumptions. I'm like very nuanced into the term conversation because every conversation is a scientific event, and that's my definition of the term conversation. And every conversation has so many assumptions. What I'm coming to is unsaid assumptions are more important to be aligned. We will always have a lot of unsaid assumptions. Hmm. So I try to care about them. So you don't have yet proven working agent. It works. It just paying. It's not paying yet. It works, but it's bad. It's I know the drawbacks of this agent. It says your edge is thinking clearly about systems, debugging in real time, asking better questions than most. Your current goal is create market contact, signal, not scale yet. You are still discovering what exactly people will pay for. No, I know. It's called uh, product market fit. I'm the product, and I'm trying to fit somewhere. I'm building myself in a way that will fit somewhere and generate revenue. If these are true, your strategy must reflect that. That what? Build with me. No, it has to be collaborative, interesting, low commitment, low urgency, unclear outcome. Yes, that's the point I have been missing. Required shift from let's build together to let's fix one real system problem together. Yeah, my thinking partner is smarter than me, and the point is, am I able to use it well? Required shift is okay. Reframe 7 days system clarity challenge. Dude, that's not enough. I mean, that doesn't sound better than let's build together. Okay, or maybe let's build together is still inviting because excuse me. So I'm going to keep it short for the day. Promise, bring one real problem from your Salesforce agent system. No. Um, it also makes sense, and it also gives me ideas. Like it's not necessary to have a agent, like a real agent from someone, but we can have a learning pods or developer accounts where we can be playing, right? Um, and I can and we can try to use more uh, evolved AI to understand the system. I mean, the vibes. What is that? Agentforce vibes is already there with some upgrades that I have not even tried well. So, opening second inning on a strategic. Don't generalize. The first phase was about understanding tools, agents, possibilities. Then, second phase is different. It's about making systems actually work. Anchor to reality. Right now, most agents don't fail because of AI, they fail because systems don't know how to respond correctly. Come on, that's a very incomplete anchor to reality. It doesn't understand the reality in my head yet. What you learned, not generic. Systems retrieve information, not meaning. Knowledge exists but unusable. So these are the learnings that are not enough. So I'm going to shut this off. No, this is not helpful. I thought my thinking partner would be great, but it is great. Well, I'm just not able to appreciate its its content for the day. So that's all for today. We'll keep connecting. We'll keep building, and I understand my voice maybe is too bleak, maybe, but we'll keep improving. I mean, how long? How long can we do it like this? Let's see. Let's catch up, folks. The agenda is to meet the goal of the year, and I don't know how I'm going to do it yet.